Hey there, how the heck are you? Zefrine here with another video, and today we're going to talk about roofing. All right, are you ready? I am so excited for this one. I love roofing, and I know it's intimidating for a lot of people, and holy heck, don't worry, I'm going to break things down in hopefully a manner that can make it a lot less scary for you. As I always say, these videos are intended for both builders new and old, and it is by no means the only or the best way to go about building in The Sims. It's just the way that I've learned and how I like to teach it. Let's dig right in. First, we're gonna draw a room here. Let's go ahead. Gonna do that. We'll draw ourselves like a beautiful little room here, and the importance of the grid system. It allows whatever items that you're trying to place to catch on whatever floor that you want it to. So wherever the grid is are where your items are more prone to catch. So to navigate to the roof tool, we click on our beautiful little house right over here on the lower left-hand corner. We'll click on roofs, and we are met by a broad variety of sizes and shapes and all sorts of styles here. We're gonna start off with a regular, just a gabled one. And we've got our handy dandy grid that's there, so we can place it. And all of these shapes start off with like your really generic 2x2, you can see, except for like your hexagonal, octagonal, and pentagonal roofs. That's another detail for later. So when you click on it, you can see that there are a lot of different tools here. We can drag it, like resizing on the tools. So all of these horizontal arrows are going to be the ones that resize on the grid. And we can see that there's like the green little area that'll show like the footprint of it. And then this guy up here changes how tall or how short it can be. So you can have a lot of versatility that way. We're just going to back ourselves up here for a second. And these little arrows that are on the sides, this is something that you can use to adjust the eaves. So you can have a lot of versatility this way, and you can really get yourself a lot of different looks for whatever kind of build that you're trying to accomplish. Next, we've got these little knobs. I'm just going to back up again. There we go. We've got these knobs that are on the sides, and this is a way that you can actually adjust like the actual shape. You can get a lot of really interesting looks just by using this. We can kind of mess with it a little more and bring these up a bit. Kind of like that, and you kind of get the idea. Roofing options are absolutely endless in The Sims 4. It's really cool how much versatility we have, but wait, there's more. I learned this very recently, and it changed my world. So first things first, I'm just gonna place this on the lawn. I'm gonna take this little half gabled roof. This is my favorite way to give an example of this. So I'm gonna make this like, we're gonna make this curvy, right? Boom, pretty cool. It's like a skateboard ramp. Well, buckle up. We're gonna put out another one. One hotkey that you can use is press Shift C while having something like clicked on or selected with your select tool. So Shift C, and there's some more knobs that appear. These give you even more maneuverability as far as like the shape and everything goes. So it's really, really, really awesome. You can get a lot smoother angles going here. You can see, check this one out in comparison to this one. It just looks a lot nicer, a lot better, a lot more flow. There's not like this weird little crook in it right there. And it's just better. I don't know how to put it. It's just do it. It's so much cooler, so much better. And I just want to die over it. Look at how much nicer it looks. See? It's so cool. It makes me so happy. I'm gonna cry. I love roofing. I'm very excited for this. Then, after we've kind of discovered a little bit more about those little angles, I'm gonna grab this little gabled roof, and we're gonna build a room again. I'm gonna build this little room. I'm gonna use that grid to for ease of accessibility here. Gonna put it right up on top, and we're gonna slide it to fit. So we can actually use Shift and Control to kind of get more of like a little more maneuverability and a little more customization of this. So for instance, say for whatever reason, depending on whatever you're building, you wanted only one side of these eaves to be like shorter than the other, right? So say we're gonna hold that Shift key, and you can see that only one of the sides is dragging out and not the other. So it didn't drag out the whole roof, it just dragged out one side. When we're just normally kind of like dragging this like pitch tool, for instance, or even these, it kind of has like a little bit of a drag to it, or it like almost snaps to predetermined positions. You can hold the Alt key and you'll be able to slide it and have even more precision with your roofing piece here. As I mentioned a little bit in the last video, sometimes a lot of people are kind of intimidated with drawing or using angled rooms, and I, for the most part, can be like in the same position. So we're gonna make an angled room, and sometimes if you don't have it just right on the grid, your angled roofs will not align properly. Let me see if I can emulate this. Sometimes it happens when I'm actually like doing a build, and I don't know if I can like replicate it at the moment, but I'm gonna move this like, say, like that. That looks annoying. That looks pretty good. So we're gonna do that. Just kidding. I'm not sure if I can emulate this at the moment, but sometimes you'll get that room or that angled piece that it just will not fit properly for whatever reason. That roof just won't go. It'll be like almost half of a block off. What you're gonna wanna do again is use a move house tool, depending on how large it is, if it's like the whole build that you kind of need to move, or just select the room that you've placed like this using the move tool and kind of move it around that way. That's a way that you can bypass that. Like in this very moment, I couldn't emulate it, but I still wanted to bring it up anyway because it's pretty infuriating when it does happen. So yay! Weird fixes for weird things. In addition to all of that, if we go right over here, this is the basic like roof panel, and then we also have roof trims. They have a broad variety of like different shapes and sizes and colors that you can kind of add. Like one of these ones are pretty fun. You can mess with these ones. You can like change the color if you really want to. And then if you click on like the little shingle piece over here under roof patterns, you can have a lot more like say and how your roof looks. And you can even filter things by like color and whatnot over here if you want to. Say like, I want to find something green. See, that one looks pretty good. We can match those up pretty nicely. Just have fun with it, mess with a lot of the swatches. Also, whenever you add glass pieces, it actually goes ahead and it deletes the roof on the room wherever it's like covering. So you can automatically have a little bit of like a sunroom. You can make a, let's kind of make a little bit of something here. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. I always like to bring in the eaves a little bit whenever I mess with these. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this. I'm gonna bring this in just a little bit more. I'm also gonna duplicate him, put him on the edge. Maybe I'll bring this side out, only one side, and you'll see in just a second. So that's what that shift key comes in handy. And then we might be able to, let's pick like a normal roof pattern. Here we go. Oh, not you. You, there you go. Yeah, and then you have yourself like maybe a little sunroof kind of thing, depending on however you want to have it. You can mix and match your roof pieces. You can break them up. You can mess with the both like the eave sides, as you notice. And that's where that the shift key comes in handy. It allows you a lot more maneuverability as far as that goes. So have fun with that. Just get yourself dirty and, you know, try something new, break up your roof pieces, use a lot of different pieces. Just because the roof fits doesn't mean that only one piece has to fit. It's kind of like a cake. That's kind of how I like to visualize it. Like you start off with your frosting, right? But you want to add like all those other little details and those decorations, maybe like some frosting flowers and glitter, because glitter is always the answer to life's problems, you know? Why not? Let's go for it. Gonna do this. The Villarreals are homeless. Yeah. Okay. Bulldoze. Bye. Okay. Game likes to scare me sometimes. One really common question that I get, or I think the source of a lot of the like intimidation surrounding roofing comes from, is you have this like weird shaped house and how the heck am I supposed to roof this thing? Let's draw a quick little house. So I'm gonna start off with like a really basic shape. We're gonna get like a nice little rectangle going here. Maybe let's grab like a little piece like that, kind of coming off like a nice L shape. And then maybe let's do like, oh Lord, how do we want to do this? Let's grab this, maybe get that, maybe move this here. Oh wait, not like that. Oh Lord. Whoa, go back. maybe like this. Then we can do like let's add like a weird little piece off the side. Then maybe even like that or something. Looks pretty good to me, right? So one way, whenever I'm beginning to look at a build, I always look for the largest like area, I guess. And that's gonna be like your main piece of your roof, right? So we can do like, you can do a hipped roof or you can do like a gabled roof. I like hipped roofs for like the bulk of it personally, depending on like what style I'm doing, but maybe let's try like a gabled. So I just rotated it using my arrow keys right here, or not my arrow key, sorry, my, the comma and the period button. And I'm going to use these little arrows to drag it across. And we have the bulk of our roof and it'll kind of clip out. And the reason why it does that is because the top of the roof is above the highest point of the room here. So to get that clipping to go away, you just kind of push it right below the room, by the way, like that. And then maybe, so we have like the bulk of our house kind of roof. So let's slap maybe like a hipped piece here. So you can hide roofs within roofs. So let's kind of like push this one right back in here. We can maybe use that Alt key to kind of get that, this butt piece to hide within it. Oh, not like that. There we go, to hide within the roof. So we can maybe do that just a little bit if we wanted. We don't even have to go back that far technically. Like if we really didn't want, we could do this. Let's try to do maybe like this one might look a little bit better. Let's grab that. Maybe slap this here. Okay, kind of cute. I see it. And let's do, yeah, this is like a good spot for a hipped roof, I think. And kind of get like this little covered piece. Kind of push it down a little bit. Then you just start adding little details all around and kind of trying to come up with whatever shape that you want to. We're going to drag the eaves down on this one to get it to cover a little bit more. And then maybe dragging this one back a little bit further too, to sort of get that, to make it look like it meshes a little bit better, right? Maybe even like dragging this one in. If you're having issues with the way that this looks, there's also this half hipped roof thing. And the reason why I might choose this one is because I like the way that the eaves look on this side, but I don't really like them sticking around on that side. So we're going to delete this and then we're going to use that half hipped roof and we're going to get that flat back piece. So it looks like that normally. We're going to get this flat back piece and we're going to size it just how we want it. Right here, we're going to get it to go back and then we're going to push it in and it hides beautifully within everything else. And then maybe up here, we could get like, I don't know if that's like too many dormers, but you know what? We can do what we want sometimes, right? So we have a really quick, really like haggard looking roof. Maybe you can add like another little dormer piece here onto the top to kind of make it look a little nicer. Can drag it through so it's double-sided if you want. Can duplicate, maybe rotate it to get it to go there. But I think the moral of the story is to look for the piece that is the piece of the house that is the biggest. Do that first and decide what direction you want to go with that, and then kind of like place everything, and don't be afraid to like make other pieces like merge into each other, because I think that's a really big thing that I think a lot of people who are more intimidated with roofing really struggle with, is don't be afraid to layer stuff, make that cake, make it work for you. Okay, I have brought up a build that we recently finished on my live stream. This is like a Fairytale castle build that we did. And this is a pretty good example of something that I personally built with a lot of different roof pieces sort of layered together, kind of like the cake thing that I described to you. So this is actually a hipped roof that's on here. You can see we've edited it blah, blah, using these little, like the Shift C. And then we got those extra little, those little knobs that you saw to kind of get that extra like maneuverability as far as the shape goes. Then within that, I put a gabled roof and then another gabled roof. And then I believe there are maybe a grand total of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. And this one is hidden like completely within, I believe. So just this top piece alone has like 6 or 7 different pieces. Pretty cool. And then all of these little towers sort of have something similar to that as well. So this is a hipped roof. Then we've got gabled and gabled. And then again, right over here too. So just lots of fun, lots of different things that you can do with your roofing. Have fun with it. You never know the different designs or the looks or the intricate looks that you can kind of come up with. So with that was kind of like a basic, really like overview of the way that roofing works in The Sims 4. As scenarios arise, maybe at the end of like the build by tutorial series that we have here, the Beam Building University, I'll do like a little quick build and kind of showcase all of the knowledge that we've sort of went over here. And as I always say, thank you so much for watching. Sound off in the comments on things like that you'd like to see in future videos, because I want to hear about it and I want to learn and also educate you guys too. So thank you so much for watching. And as I always say, tomorrow's a beautiful day, especially with you in it, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye.